Tuning in after the live. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, as it means a lot to me each and every day to be able to do this live, have a ever-growing audience of each and every one of you, and be able to give this information with a nice back and forth with whoever decides to show up. I'm not going to look to see if anybody's here. I don't have the chat turned on as of yet. I'm going to get through the intro and everything that we need to go over before I see exactly who's tuning in, see who's going to participate and whatnot. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today, though. We have this XRP social dominance is exploding. A lot of people are talking about it, which a lot of times that happens before a breakout. You'll get a lot of talk on social media. We've got Ripple's price is stagnant, even though we had an $80 million whale investment. And then we have $1 million in inflows to start the week. So that's pretty interesting. We've already had $7 million in fund flows we had today, but now we had $1 million today, but now we've had $7 million in 2023. So we'll talk about this as well, as there's a lot of information on XRP. The price is lacking right now, but that's not the big story. I mean, it is a story, and we'll see exactly if we're going to break down, break out, and see if there's any kind of hope for the price now, or if we're going to end up having a big drop or a big move up. Either way, it's going to be a big move. Whether it breaks up or down, it's going to be a big move, and we've got it all mapped out on the chart. So we'll take a look at that. So I just got this set up. So like I said, if anybody's watching, I greatly appreciate it. And I'll get to everybody. I'll get to everybody, and if anybody, after I start going here, I just want to get through the intro. So, good early evening, 4:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, July 10th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So, I want to start out. We'll start with the inflows real quick. And then we'll get into the technical analysis shortly. But I usually base it on what kind of back and forth I have. I'll acknowledge everybody in the audience, if anybody, in just a minute. But I just want to go around real quick. So the big news today, we have $1 million. So XRP funds inflows up by another $1 million in that epic start to the week. And we'll just briefly touch this. So we all know the crypto market had a big rally. So Bitcoin had an impressive inflow of 132.8 million. XRP had $900,000 in inflows. So according to CoinShares' recent weekly report, XRP exchange traded products showcased outstanding performance, with a remarkable 1 million flowing in during the first 2 weeks of July alone. This achievement positioned XRP as one of the top performing altcoins, trailing behind only Solana. Remarkably, since the beginning of 2023, XRP products have accumulated an impressive 7 million in fund flows, solidifying XRP standing on the market. So I think that's pretty cool, despite what's going on with the legal battles. So that's just that. That's the small bit. The network dominance and the social dominance, we've had an explosion with that. I only want to touch base with this very quickly because I think it's interesting. But then I'll talk to everybody before we get into the Ripple whale that bought $80 million in XRP. And also, we'll obviously have to get to the price analysis and everything like that. But let me get through this very quickly, and then I'll acknowledge everybody. XRP Network noted an uptick in mentions on social media platforms in the early hours of Monday. Typically, an increase in discussions of an asset when its price is in a downtrend signals a bullish trend reversal. XRP price is poised for recovery, eyeing the 50-cent Fibonacci level at the 497. XRP is in the spotlight once again as the community awaits a verdict in the SEC versus Ripple case. The token noted a spike in the social dominance, an on-chain metric used to measure the mentions of an asset across social media platforms like Twitter. Typically, this is considered a sign of recovery, which would mean that an XRP price is likely to wipe out its losses from June of 2023. And then XRP Network gears up for recovery with bullish on-chain metrics based on data from crypto intelligence tracker Sentiment. The altcoin XRP observed an increase in social dominance. Social dominance shows the share of discussion in crypto media associated with XRP. Sentiment builds this metric on top of social data gathered from different social media platforms. So XRP sees a big spike in social dominance to start the new week. Bitcoin and Shiba trending as well. So there's a little chart right there. And XRP, largest spike in XRP discussion rate since May. FUD could prop up prices. So we like to look at the FUD angle. It's not just the FUD, but I tied it in with the inflow as well, or the fund flow of $1 million as well the last couple weeks. And also this $80 million whale purchase could also bolster up and tie this all together. And the fact that as we've discussed the last couple days, XRP is on the verge of its first weekly bullish cross since August 2020. So 3 years ago. We'll take a look at that on the charts as well. In the early hours of Monday, there was a significant uptick despite the XRP price decline. Experts at Sentiment believe that the probability of recovery in XRP price increases with the rise in social dominance. As seen in the chart above, the spike in social dominance is the largest increase since May, and XRP prices are likely to rally in the short term. There's a higher probability of XRP price recovery from the decline in June 2023. XRP price declined nearly 20% in mid-June, plummeting from 5647 to 4567 within a week. A recovery in XRP price is likely to push the altcoin to its July 2nd high of 49.71, which coincides with the 50% Fibonacci retracement of the decline from the March 29th peak of 58.40 to the May 8th low of 41.02. It remains to be seen whether XRP price will recover from the recent losses. XRP holders are awaiting an outcome in the SC versus Ripple lawsuit. So I'm not going over the facts or anything like that with the lawsuit because that's not relevant right now. So I wanted to read that, and now let me see who's watching. Let me turn this on. Wow. You guys always humble me, I swear. 49 people in here already. Only 7 minutes in. That's incredible. 23 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. Give somebody new a reason to stay and YouTube a reason to share my content by hitting that like button. Terry, teach me how I'm wrong. Wait a minute. Jose, welcome in. Watch, recycle, repeat is indeed. Sean Crothers, my main man from Maine. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully all is well. Devin Foss, welcome in. Good afternoon, brother. Trading with J-Ride, happy days indeed. David Kennedy, South Carolina in the house. Axis, love you too, my brother. Great timing. It is a hell of a journey indeed. As XRP was up better than 2.3% on the day. Did I mention that? Joshua, glad to see you as well, my friend. I'm doing well. The swelling's gone down a lot in my hand. Hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be back to normal. But I had to put on my different pair of glasses. It's one of the 2 pairs I bought when I got my new glasses. My other ones got destroyed, unfortunately. I tried to wear them, but they're just not up to par. Joshua, Branslov, nope, you're right on time. Terry, teach me how wrong I am. What do you mean, Terry? Louville, welcome in. Happy Monday. Christian, welcome. Good afternoon, my friend, from Montaigne, Quebec. I will try to keep up the great work indeed. Roger, welcome in. It is truly getting interesting. Lead tenant, how long can XRP stay at this low price? It's absolutely massive adoption around the world. This has to explode very, very soon. Cheers, Tom. I know, Lee. Eventually, it's going to happen. And this is just another thing that'll point to that direction as well. This is what we want to see. We want to see whales buying into XRP. We will get into this after we take a look at the charts, but I still want to acknowledge everybody. This is something I do. Make sure you hit that like button if you're tuning in as well. Ken, welcome in. Hey, Tom, I don't see this staying low once the official settlement is announced. No, it will not stay low. It won't stay like this forever. Yes, Sean. FUD means fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. And you know, the fear of missing out is the ultimate FUD. John, welcome in, brother. Dan Harris, welcome in from Australia. Sue Harrison, welcome in, love. And thank you for the laugh earlier on my post when I did Sunny Days. Messi Leo, welcome in. Moon before Fed, July 20th. It very well could. I mean, the Fed's indicating they're going to do a 25 base point rate hike, so let's see what happens there. Crypto Solo Scrooge in the house. Make sure you watch Crypto Solo Scrooge over on here on YouTube. Homegrown from the community, and he's approaching, I know he's close to 500 subscribers now, and that is no small task. We are not being advertised, so it's nice to grow from within the community. One day we're going to be so strong it'll be unstoppable. Robert Ferretti, welcome in. 3-digit XRP on the way. 3 digits a dollar. In time. Hopefully we won't have to wait till 2025. But if we do, it's just a higher accumulation phase. That's fine. It's all good. So, real quickly, we'll get into the whales. Hey, no problem, Crypto Solo Scrooge. Sky Sighting Northern Ireland. Welcome from Belfast. Awesome. Look at this. We got such an ever-growing community. DXY's tanking, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on. If we get a rejection here on gold and silver, or if this is the start of something. We're starting to put in a small bull flag here. This was our area where we could actually start bouncing back up in gold. Or we have to break to the next level. Nobody wants to see that. Well, I want to see it because then I can buy more. So just pay attention to that. But we got more to talk about. Total crypto market caps jumped 2% here. And this is still on a bull flag until it's not. As we continue to talk about. And not a... These are bullish patterns until they're not. Like, there's so many fake outs going on right now. Up and down, up and down. It's accumulation phase. That's a bull flag, though. Until it's not. It looks just like Bitcoin. Yes, we had a bearish cross in the 4-hourly. But that's not the... That's... What? That is not the ultimate indicator. And I refuse to pay for anything on here because I believe I can show everybody how to do it for free. So why should you pay? I mean, this is looking like it's starting to bolster up here. We're starting to have a reversal here. A little bit of volume coming in. We'll see if it continues. Our next step is to try to break to 1.188 and invalidate that bearish cross. We do push up. We're coming up. We're coming up to 1.327. That's just the way it would happen. Lee, the one thing I don't want is to miss the day that green candle just keeps pumping. I just want to watch it go. Exactly. That's why we waited 2 years if you've been part of the audience for any given time. Or if you've known since, you know, that's why I call this the great accumulation phase. I'm not selling anymore. I didn't wait to sell from $1.66 to make my first purchase under 30 cents and then continue buying up to 40 cents to average out somewhere around 34.5, 35 cents. I didn't do that to sell on the first move up. I'm not selling anymore. The moment it goes 20% under 35 cents, I'm buying another 2,000 tokens. Another 20% under, 2,000 tokens. That's just the way it's going to go. And then if it goes another 20%, I'm buying a ton because that would be 60% under. You guessed it, 35 cents. But that's only a 50-50 chance it goes down there, which is why we had to do our due diligence. Imagine we just get a God candle somewhere. But the total crypto market cap's starting to look bullish here. Very bearish right now. And the DXY, it reversed every game. Every game. And we've also reversed that bullish cross in the daily. So we're going to have to see if this is an anomaly here. Or if this is going to be a hold and then a further push up. Because right now it doesn't look great. But we'll see if it can hold itself here. There's only one level at like 101.35. And then it starts getting very tricky for the US dollar. And I'll touch on Bitcoin today. Because yesterday we did a lot of XRP. A lot of stuff. But we already know. We're on top of this. What was our mission yesterday? What did we talk about? We'll get into XRP. But I'll show you right after this what we talked about with XRP. And look, with Bitcoin, until it's not a bull flag and breaks out, or breaks down, I should say, the technical target, I don't know whether it's 35,054. That's the technical target on a breakup. I had a little arrow there. I don't know what happened to it. Because I even measured the short side of this when we did it. We didn't even measure the whole way up. And this was just for demonstration purposes. But we were using the uptrend right there. And it brought us up to 35,054. Now, if it brings us down here, and this does pull down in some weird, I guess you could say head and shoulders or topping reversal. If it did pull down, the technical target would be 25,194. But remember, we're on top of the CME gap. We're on top of the channel breakout here. So until it breaks down, we have to acknowledge that it's bullish. Until it breaks down. And also, much wider cup and handle. If we put that wider handle That's a bullish handle on the cup right here if it happens on 30K. Remember that. And then what do? God only knows. But we know the target first one's 35,054. I speculate we would end up somewhere in this range if we did verify this as a bullish level. To me, it seems like if we could get the validation at 35,054, we would end up making our way up there. But that's to be determined. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to continue to trust what I'm seeing on the charts. Inverted left shoulder, massive inverted head, massive inverted right shoulder possibly coming up. And if this pushes out, we have no choice but to come out. Have no question. That's massive. And if it breaks down, we already know. We come down here and retest that level. Now, if it breaks down any farther, we do have a CME gap at 21K that we also have to pay attention to if we break down. Which, I mean, could you do that first? I suppose. But right now, it's looking awfully bullish. As we've said, as long as we don't break that 30,000, this is more bullish than bearish. And now with XRP, man, it seems like there's a lot of comments coming in. 66, no wonder. 66 people in here, 53 likes. I greatly appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button. Give YouTube a reason to push my content. It's just that simple. XRP sitting at 4783, up 2.14%. We're going to go through the breakdown again. So if XRP fails at 48 cents, because we held the first of two layers we talked about. If we hold the 471, now our job is to invalidate this bearish cross in the daily. Now we would have to come up and break the 48.2 level approximately, hold that and start pushing up. Well, even though we have a bearish cross in the daily, what did I point out yesterday to say, what the hell is really going on here? What is really going on? Because I have this drawn out, which looks like a bull flag, and in the daily it looks like this, but watch when we go to the weekly. This is my weekly chart. We're going to have the first bullish cross, literally. That would be the first bullish cross on XRP in the weekly. Look at this. Look how far back we have to go. We have not had a bullish cross on XRP since August 2020. I mean, this would be the first bullish cross in 3 years. So, yes, it could be in a much bigger... And I drew this out how I want because this is my chart and that's just the way I like it. Made most sense to me because I've got a bunch of different charts. But this one tells me, and it keeps... Tom, you're looking at the weekly. The weekly is greater than the daily. The daily is greater than the 4-hourly. So what is really going on here? This looks like a healthy consolidation. Look at the weekly volume, folks. What do we always say? This is a reversal in the making. Volume going up as we go up. That's incredibly bullish. We have a consolidation. Price volume goes down as volume goes down. That's a bullish signal. That's not bearish. This is bullish. We're losing volume in every successive weekly, and we're holding on the 20-day. Nothing more than a wick down. This is extremely bullish. I think it's a well-designed bull flag in the weekly. I don't think it's going to go to $50,000 like people say, or $25,000. But I'm saying in the immediate short term, if this weekly crosses, it's something. Let's see. Devin, what did I say? Balls deep if it goes to something. Oh, yes. Lead tenant 1 trillion debt ceiling. I think it has a lot to do with everything. I'm with you, Infamous. Infamous, I'd like to know what is going on with the debt ceiling. I know it's unlimited cap right now, but I think watching the debt ceiling might be key. Absolutely, absolutely it is. Sean, excellent purchases on Casper and XDC. Crypto Screw Tom, I'm not saying anything either at this point. Accumulation if we fall under at any time. Yep. 100%. Agreed. Infamous got family in town, bro. I'll watch later, but wanted to show you my appreciation for the live. Hey, I appreciate that, Infamous, greatly. Give the family my love. That's more important than this. Anthony Cruz, will the summary happen this month before Fed now, or is XRP going to trial? Well, it's been my theory that XRP is going to the third quarter of this year, which would bring you into September. And I've said since 2021 in March, since I came on YouTube, I thought nothing would happen until September of 2023 or third quarter. And we would either get a settlement or trial by jury would be announced. And I didn't think it would come any sooner. I hope I'm wrong. Let's see. Glenn, XRP ain't going nowhere. Hey, Glenn. If it doesn't go anywhere, do you have a plan for the way back down like we've already got? XRP's not going anywhere. Ain't is not a sufficient word. Mark Harris. Hey, hey, my friend. Ron King, just like you, Glenn. Lee, July 20th, let's party like it's 1999, everyone. Hey, 1999 was a distant memory, but it was still fun back then. Just bought back into H-bar, Mark. Congratulations. We've done 7 weekly buys on FOMO Fridays for anybody who's new, and it's been spectacular. We've got 6,900 plus H-bar for $300 as a community, and it was a good way for me to get into H-bar because I've been talking about it forever. So the last 7 weeks, I picked a beautiful time on the charts to do it where we weren't getting bent over the coals. Bill, XRP, we are ready. We sure are. So I dumped and bought back in cheaper. Great job, Mark. It's not for the faint of heart. And remember, we're in the accumulation phase, so be smart. This is not 2021. So, and 2022, I should say. So that's XRP with the possible bullish cross here. So we see the possible bullish cross in the weekly. Now, we always talk about the weekly will overplay the daily, and the daily will overplay the 4-hourly. Oh, me correcting someone's English. I only said that because of the negativity in the response. Hey. It is funny, though. All right, so the weekly and then the daily. So the daily, we're trying to hold the support right now on the daily. I appreciate it, everybody. I appreciate it. But we're trying to hold a 20-day support. Well, this is Bitcoin. But with XRP, let me go back to XRP. Back to the top chart. XRP had the cross. So in the daily, we got the bearish cross. And if this gets the rejection here, even though we've got a little bit of momentum here, if we get the rejection and come break down, we've already got it drawn out. We already know. Yes, it's good. We already know the bullish side if it comes up to the top. We've got the pattern drawn out. But we've got to have a visual. We got to know visually if this breaks down and goes to hell, what's about to happen. So in the back of our minds, just remember this. We might be heading towards roughly the 2017 uptrend if this really breaks down. This would be concurrent with the hit at the 2020 uptrend. Even though this is a few months shy of it, we'll just go to our all-time pattern. This is the 2020 uptrend down here. It's very close to that 37 cent now if we hit it in July. It's like 36.8 roughly, somewhere in there, 38.6. So if we start breaking down there, that's how we can start going down very quickly. So we just have to acknowledge that. So just acknowledge that can happen as we have had a bearish cross in the daily. Now, as we've seen in the weekly with the possible bullish cross happening for the first time in 3 years, this could be the fake out. This could be the exception, not the rule, but we'll only know that if this pattern breaks this uptrend. And some people are like, well, this is stupid. This is stupid. Because that's not the true pattern. It's a much bigger pattern, but the current short-term formation, it's either going to bring you back to the bottom of the pattern, or you're going to get a breakout to the top side of this current formation that'll tell you if we have enough steam to break up to the top side of the formation, the true formation. Yes, we're a lot closer to the bottom, but did we not consolidate for a very long time here? And like, here's what I keep seeing here. And a lot of people, I don't know if everybody sees it or if we just ignore it. Yes, we've talked so much about the bear flag. Like we know. Even if we do the whole thing, yes, we know. It looks like ass. I know. Everybody knows. XRP doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. If this breaks out, that don't look good. We don't want to come down. That doesn't look good. But what we don't ever talk about is even if you bring it into a longer time frame, drop down, doesn't look great, drop down, doesn't look great, come up. What if it did come back up like this and then all of a sudden we're sitting someday in the short term because we had some crazy shit happen And that's what the formation looks like. We'll all say, well, how did we not see this inverted head starting to form? And that's what I'm not getting caught with. See, I always say I'm not getting caught with my pants down, so I know every angle. I can see something like that possibly playing out if this bear flag doesn't drop us down to historic lows. So we have to pay attention. And then when I start seeing stories, right, I start seeing stories about the whales too. I'm looking around because I'm always monitoring the news. I'm always monitoring the network activity, the inflows, the funds flows, everything. The current circulating supply and all this great stuff. We figured out yesterday that in order for XRP, like some influencers are calling for XRP to get to 25,000, we figured out it would take a 2.5 quadrillion market cap for that to happen. So, I mean, we're at 1 trillion. So, yes, there's very big resistance at 494. It's huge. Absolutely huge on XRP. I don't have that on the charts because I'm trying not to cloud it up. But yeah, I can put it back up. I can absolutely put it back up. But this is the major resistance right now on the board, 494. Excellent job, Terry. I just tried to declutter it a little bit. This 3989, I don't even need it anymore. We're playing the relevance of the board now. So that's what's going on with XRP. But then if we actually look at it with inflows, with the whales now, we got Ripple XRP price lacks momentum despite major 80 million whale investment. So I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. 83 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button. 67 likes. Give YouTube a reason to push my content by hitting that like button, and your fellow peers a reason to stay. And if you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing to Tom's Army or joining Tom's Army. I put all my content, if you're new, I put all my content out for free. I don't do any paid advertising, paid promotions, or paid sponsorships of any kind. So you get what I know, and I don't do any BS along the way. So if you want to show support for my work, join Tom's Army. Send a super chat. Would be greatly appreciated. Ripple XRP price lacks momentum despite major 80 million whale investment. And if you don't want to donate through YouTube, as so many have said, I brought you an option with PayPal because so many people asked, so that's the only time I'm bringing it up. Ripple XRP price lacks momentum despite major 80 million whale investment. So 1 minute, this is a 1 minute read. Investors are growing hawkish as that Ripple XRP price enters its third consecutive week hovering just below the 49-cent mark. Declining network traction among retail participants appears. Nobody's willing to watch it go. Declining network traction among retail participants appear to be hindering XRP's price breakout chances. Large institutional XRP holders have made fresh investments worth more than 80 million in July. So investors are growing hawkish as Ripple XRP price enters its third consecutive week, hovering just below 49 cents. As many crypto enthusiasts predicted, Ripple's XRP long-running lawsuit with US SEC failed to reach a conclusion in H1 2023. The looming uncertainty has seen the XRP price stagnate between 47 and 49 cents for nearly 3 consecutive weeks. What was that comment? JW, welcome in, my friend. Always good to see you in the house. Long time, long time. So XRP whales have invested another 80 million in July. Amid the apparent price stagnation, a large cluster of institutional investors has taken long positions on XRP this month. And that's what I'm saying. If there's a little bit of noise here, if we do get a weekly bullish cross here, that's more than just nothing. Like I said, we haven't had a bullish cross in the weekly since August of 2020. And I went on the charts and showed everybody a little bit ago. So make sure you rewatch this if you're just tuning in. The sentiment chart below shows that whales holding 1 million to 100 million XRP coins have added 170 million coins to their wallet balances since the start of July. With XRP prices currently hovering around 47 cents, the new investment by the whales is worth approximately 80 million under normal circumstances. Such a large inflow of funds within a period of 10 days is enough to trigger a significant price surge. However, on-chain suggests that retail investors across the XRP ledger currently have other ideas. So downtrend, and I like to read it all. Downtrend. When the moon, I don't make predictions. I don't make predictions. The moon for everybody is something different. My moon looks a lot different than your moon. Downtrend in network activity among retail investors could keep price stagnant. So according to data compiled by Sentiment, the hawkish positions taken by XRP retail investors appear to negate the whale's pulse pressure. As shown below, the decline in daily active addresses has dragged down the total transaction volume recorded across the XRP Ledger network. Since the start of July, the total number of users deploying transactions on the XRP Ledger network has declined by 50%. And despite the whale's 80 million accumulation, the total XRP transaction volume also crashed by a whopping 92% during that same period. Now, think about this though. The price was decreasing during this time. So the fact that the transaction volume declined and we had such a steep price drop, well, you could look at that one of two ways. That could be a bullish signal as well. The price is dropping at such a rate, but the trading volume has gone down by 92% in that same period. So that's kind of a double-edged sword there if you understand what I'm saying. If you know, you know. If you don't, I guess you don't. Not yet, but if you pay attention, you will. Daily active addresses measures the activity level among retail network participants by summing up the number of wallet addresses that carry out transactions. When it drops drastically, as observed above, it signifies that many retail investors are taking a hawkish position. The 90% drop in the total XRP transaction volume further confirms this bearish projection. Don't you like how they talk in circles? In summary, while whales appear largely optimistic, on-chain data suggests that retail investors are taking a different disposition. Good! Guys, are you hearing this? And gals, listen to this again. When, in summary, while whales appear largely optimistic, institutional investors, whales, the average small like me and you, the average Joe, the retail investors are taking a different disposition. Hello? You want to be on the side of the whales. Okay, if retail investors aren't buying, that's just another signal. If you guys don't need any more signals, and I hate to do this to the guy, and I'm not going to do it. But if you need any, I'm not going to do it. If you need any more of a reason to buy, take some of these notes. Like when the whales are starting to, or not just buy, but a reason to hold in case you can accumulate more. There's no reason to just buy, sell at this point. I firmly believe that. So anyhow, we already know the bottom. But in summary, while whales appear largely optimistic, on-chain data suggests that retail investors are taking a different disposition. If this trend lingers, the XRP price will likely remain neutral in the coming days. So basically, it's a fight between retail investors and whales. Well, if retail investors are selling, that's going to be the liquidity for the whales to get it for cheaper. So now what do we need to see for XRP here as we're winding down here, getting closer to the end? It's been 33 minutes, and it's been a fantastic live, and I thank each and every one of you. So if you're looking to hit that like button, if you're looking to subscribe to the channel, if you want to join Tom's Army, send a donation, or just simply say thank you. Now would be the time as we're winding down. I'm going to give you one last rundown here for XRP. We're looking at the... Nope, I'm not doing it, JW. All positive vibes. All positive vibes. Grabbed a long position at 46303. Chance, pay attention, my friend, because obviously if we hit and break down here on the 200-day, this would be a big rejection here, or even 494 would be a big rejection. But if we do manage to break this 4-hourly resistance, that's a huge signal if we can break 482, because then we'll reverse the daily bearish cross. And then if we break up and hold 494, this could be a beautiful thing in the making here. It really could, because a lot of people are very bearish. And almost everybody, I haven't really heard anybody talk, I haven't heard anybody actually mention this possible bullish cross in the weekly on XRP for the first time since August of 2020. But then again, I don't watch anybody, so that's, what do we make of that? For anybody who stuck around, what do you make of that? Do you think it will ever decouple from Bitcoin? Yes, I do. I do. I think decoupling to me means a little bit different than everybody else. I think one day we'll decouple from Bitcoin But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to overtake the price of Bitcoin. I just means it'll give it the flexibility for XRP to run unopposed. So it wouldn't matter the daily up and downs and side-to-side movements of Bitcoin. So even if Bitcoin had a 20% gain, that wouldn't mean anything for XRP. Vice versa, if there was a 20% or 30% dump, XRP could move up. It wouldn't matter. That would be my idea of decoupling. But I have a feeling something's not adding up here with XRP. Like, we're either in the midst of a historic drop, or this is a massive fake out in the smaller time frames, and we're ready to reverse it in the weekly. That's no small task to reverse that. And yeah, it technically needs to come down. That's what we're one big drop away from getting this all under correction. The problem is you don't always get that one last drop. Like, that's the thing. That's the honest to God. You don't always get that one last drop. I know. That's some major money right there. It's a good deal though. Now at least the fees are under. But I mean, if we're being like, okay, well, if we come back to the short-term uptrend, we've already got the 2020 uptrend, but this is how we get there, folks. See how that lines up pretty nicely? Makes it look a little bit better, a little more fluent. But that's how that mark lines up. But that's the 2020 area. That's simply, it's on the other chart. It's not that we're not using it. It's just I use 4 different charts to specify what I'm talking about, because it's just, when people say charts don't matter, that it couldn't be farther from the truth. I promise you. But you got to put the news and everything else in perspective. And that's what we did today. We brought it all together today. And I couldn't be happier. Faker, something is truly brewing. Something is truly brewing. So let's talk, everybody. Let's talk. So do we think, before we're out of here, do we think something's brewing? Or do we think this is all hogwash? Do we think XRP's got a chance to move here? Or do we think it's all hogwash? That's all I want to know. That's what I want to know. Who's got the answer? Wow. That looks weird. It's dark. It's backwards. Honestly, though, I've had a lot of fun on this live. I really have. Can't thank each and every one of you enough for tuning in. But I think we've covered everything. JW breakdown. Absolutely. It could. Tom Bean and Tom's Army put us ahead of the rest because most people just talk with no knowledge of the charts. Absolutely, Crypto Scrooge. I agree with that 100%. Chance Williams, I believe we're coming back down before it goes. Doesn't feel right yet. Something doesn't feel right, does it? But we're just going to pay attention. We got all the information out there in this live. And now we've got to watch it. We know both ways, no matter what happens. Bill, something is brewing indeed. Lee, absolutely with bricks. It's all happening. It sure is. Terry says short-term push-up and then buying opportunities around. I can't disagree with that. Putin's, appreciate everything you do, General Tom. I appreciate you as well, my friend. I appreciate you. Crypto Scrooge, I believe we can fall, but get to see how it plays out. Yep, we got to see how it plays out indeed. Stay blessed, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you.